A normal entrepreneur is out there consuming content, busy trying to learn the entire time and improve themselves. Whereas your billion level operator stops consuming and learning in that way. What they start consuming is data-driven intelligence that comes from places that most of us just can't access yet. How do billionaires think differently and do differently to the likes of all of us? And how would I know? In this video, I want to share with you who I've worked with, how I've helped them, and how these billionaires do their world differently. I'm also going to share with you the untold secret of how they've got to that status and the path which you need to follow in order for you to go and tread your journey towards billionaire status. I want to put a health warning out there to start with. Be careful for what you pray for, or be careful for what you wish for. The pursuit of becoming a billionaire is going to fundamentally change everything you know to be true about the world. It's going to change your relationships with yourself, with the people about you, both loved ones and others. It's going to change the way you do things, the way you think, your health, and many other things. So be careful what you wish for. I know of one billionaire who has given it all away because the weight of being the billionaire is so much they don't want to carry it anymore. So my name is Rob Yates. I'm an elite performance coach. I've been working globally supporting the top 1% and above for the last 25 years in growing themselves to be the kind of person who can carry the load and the burden of having immense wealth and the responsibility that comes with it. I've worked in everything from Fortune 10 businesses with their C-suites all the way down to the average entrepreneur. And today I support Christian business owners and entrepreneurs to grow their businesses in his name. Currently, I coach 3 dollar-based billionaires. And I want to tell you what I've learned from them, but also the other 14 that I've coached within my career. The first thing is that there is a massive difference between how a normal business owner does their world and a billionaire does their world. The truth is, though, that almost all billionaires that I've ever come across, and I think globally, have had to do their first venture as a business owner well before they can start doing the actions of the billionaire. So as we go through this video today, I'd like you to have idle curiosity against what's billionaire level operator look like. But I need you to know that you should not do that stuff until you can actually consistently and successfully do the successful entrepreneur part, successful business owner part first. And I'm going to give you some definitions and some boundaries to put in place for you to go and work to. So a normal entrepreneur and business owner needs to think about income. They need to think about profit and loss. They need to think about revenue. They need to think about profit. They need to get really, really, really good at that. And they need to obsess about that until they've got one system in one business that produces $15 million profit per year. Once you pass that systemized process to hit $15 million or more a year, you can then start thinking about what billionaire level operation looks like. And that is, as opposed to thinking about those numbers, to start thinking about equity. At about $15 million a year or more, you should and could start adding more businesses to your portfolio and expanding the number of businesses you've got and the quantity of equity, the shares, the value that you hold in each of those businesses. Ultimately, billionaires hold equity in multiple businesses once they've topped that $15 million a year net profit. In fact, one of my current billionaire clients is heavily invested in just over 230 businesses. Next, a great business owner and entrepreneur should be focused on building an incredible offer, one or maybe two, that customers just cannot stop buying. That means it's the easiest thing on planet Earth for them to say yes to, them to purchase, and them to go and do. While the normal entrepreneur and business owner needs to become an obsessive about building offers to get to that $15 million a year profit mark, once you top that, the billion level operator thinks about building holding companies. Structures. It's almost no point building those structures and those holding companies until you hit that $15 million a year mark, and you need to race at it. A great entrepreneur and business owner will be focusing on how they recruit staff, find staff, manage staff, and lead staff, because you need people to do the doing in your business to set you free to work on your business. The billion level operator will be building leadership architectural systems where they can support, train, mentor, and guide through systems the leaders in their other businesses to do the doing and do the work for them, much like Jesus did with his disciples. And if you want an immaculate model for that, we've done another video on Jesus's C-suite and his disciples that you can go and look at, like who do you need, why, for what purpose, and in what roles. So I'm sure we can put a link somewhere for that video in this screen. A great business owner or entrepreneur should be tracking revenue, tracking its peaks, tracking its troughs, tracking where it goes to, and tracking what it is that makes it happen or not. The billion level operator focuses very, very heavily on the valuation of the enterprises that they're invested in, i.e., what is their share value? You see, they're no longer thinking about the P&L, the profit and loss. I mean, Amazon took 20 years to break even, and yet Jeff Bezos was a billionaire 7 or 8 years into Amazon. So Amazon was still running at a loss, and yet its founder was a billionaire. So they track the share value as opposed to the revenue. And this is a massive one. Like, business owners earn their money not through the monthly, quarterly, yearly payouts that you get from profit or dividends. That's not where business owners make their money. Business owners make their money in the share value of their business. And that's a billion level operator hack. Normal entrepreneurs should be focused on building sales systems for their products and services that work on autopilot. The billion level operator focus not on the selling the thing itself. They actually focus on managing, dictating, and shaping the marketplace to produce more buyers who want to go and buy the thing. So they dictate human behavior. They actually dictate trends. And you can see that on programs like Shark Tank, for instance. A normal entrepreneur is out there consuming content, busy trying to learn the entire time and improve himself. Whereas your billion level operator stops consuming and learning in that way. What they start consuming is data-driven intelligence that comes from places that most of us just can't access yet. Your normal business owner and entrepreneur should become a master at optimizing how they use their time. Once you've got there and you are a master at it, where time works for you, not you working for time, the billion level operator actually stops focusing on time and works on optimizing the influence they have across their ever-expanding network. Normal entrepreneurs should, up until that $15 million a year net profit, be avoiding risk. I mean, everything's risky, but unnecessary risk. Whereas billion level operators engineer asymmetrical risk. They manage their world as a series of hedges. If I put effort in here and effort in here, even when one of those collapses, the collapsing of this drives the uplifting of this, or vice versa. And they're busy engineering a true win-win world for themselves where no matter what happens, they win. Your normal entrepreneur and business owner should be trying to grow the entire time, right? They should be focused on growth, and they should be focused on growth in the shortest possible timelines. This race to $15 million a year net profit isn't a marathon. It needs to be viewed as a sprint. A sprint is 3 years in business. A marathon is 5 to 15. Your billion level operator, however, designs their world where their growth and success is inevitable. This isn't just with regards, by the way, to their wealth. It's with regards to their family structure, the happiness within it, their relationship with God, their health, their businesses, their relationships with all those other people around them, and of course their wealth. They design their world where it is inevitable that they will go and be who they wish to be and have what they wish to have. That's why you find them with private chefs and private doctors and private medical teams, private trainers, a psychologist, a therapist, a coach. One of my billionaire clients has 3 coaches and pays us all to meet so we can collaborate with each other to keep them on the same path. That means that the coaches meet without the client once a month. Go figure. And so my encouragement for you today is to be an exceptional business owner and entrepreneur and pursue the race of, in 3 to 4 years' time, having that yearly net profit of $15 million a year. At that point in time, you can afford close to anything you want on planet Earth. You can have a ginormous yacht, you can have a private plane, you can have houses in multiple continents, and you can be in the top 0.001% on planet Earth. At that point in time, you may well decide that you've got as far as you want to, or you may well choose to go further, and that's choices. What I do want you to hold on to is the idea of making money and sitting around and doing nothing is the pursuit of hurting yourself and hurting your relationship with God. People often ask, why does Elon Musk carry on working? Because he doesn't need the money. Why does Tom Cruise keep making more movies? Because he doesn't need the money. And simply put, it comes back to the joy in life is found early in the Bible, where God placed man in the garden and told him to work. Because the joy and the happiness you're looking for is found in the pursuit of the work, not in the pursuit of slothful laziness, having made it. God bless. And let me know how you are tracking on your efforts to become a $15 million a year profit business owner. And then let's play at what billion level operator truly looks like.